Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Kiter Montero. What do we have on him?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And
slightly on the other side of the flu game. It's the flu game, but on the men. Starting a 3-game set with the Reds a couple days behind. Well, first pitch, first contact. Carpenter on the run. He'll make the play. Not great that we missed our location. Very first fastball we threw, but is what it is. Take Meadows with a home run today. Well, that's good news for you because we've actually been hitting a good chunk of home runs with Parker Meadows. I believe we've hit 4. And this might be his 10th game of the year. Maybe a couple more, but we've had a surprising bit of power with Parker Meadows.
Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better
Matt
chance
McLean
of
batting second today for the Cincinnati Reds. Oh boy. Well, Glaber with one hell of a speed boost there. That was a bit bizarre.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that.
Not really sure how that play got. You see that? I knew something was a little bit off. You see him kind of levitate there? All right, well, we've got some weird going on today. Here's Ellie.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, boy.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. Been a real
it's not been a great start for Keeter, but an efficient one.
That rhythm, and it's starting to look like a game where the bullpen could get a lot of work.
Only third on the team in hits, Ellie.
Command is one issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
Well, it looks like he's fighting against himself instead of just working
Try the
with
slider.
himself and allowing his mechanics to
no
flow.
On that either. I want a bit closer for the triple header tonight. We'll be lucky if we get one in tonight. Hoping for the doubleheader tomorrow. I guess we'll see how we're feeling after this first game, but.
And now it's
well, 2 strikes, all of a sudden 3-2 on De La Cruz.
No doubt. What are you seeing?
Just too many pitches in the heart of the zone. He's not commanding his pitches and working the
you are kidding me.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's
well, that is one hell of a way to get a hit in a 3-2 count that went off the third base bag for Ellie De La Cruz, his 23rd double. But to be honest, after what we just had with Gleyber Torres on the second out of the inning, I think the Reds kind of deserve something.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
It's okay. We'll blame Jordo. She's the one that gave it to me anyway.
Lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in
10
runs.
And a foul ball.
Weren't really pitching like we deserved a clean inning anyway. Oh boy. Well, we're serving up meatballs here today with Kiter Montero. Well, one good pitch could get us out of this. Well, it wasn't a good pitch, but a backhand play by Torkelson. Once again distracted by a pretzel phasing into existence behind home plate.
No score. You're watching Major League Baseball.
I want to say chat series was next Monday. The 23rd, yeah. Because that race isn't until the 29th, the Atlanta race.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far.
Well, this is a pitcher that the Tigers, at least, are very well familiar with. But then this, our second year consecutively doing Tigers franchise. We haven't seen Brady Singer all that much. All I know is that I faced him a good chunk back when I used to play Diamond Dynasty, and I can't stand him.
Parker Meadows leading things.
And he's got a sweeper. Who doesn't? In the show 25, 0-1 on Meadows. Okay. Two pretty good pitches to get us started. Doesn't have crazy velocity. In fact, he doesn't have a lot of that at all.
Swings.
Yeah.
And that's a strikeout.
Doesn't get a lot more nasty than that.
That's a way to neutralize
That's a hell of a start after an unfortunate couple days off.
Because he puts pressure on everyone. If he can put
Well,
the
see if
ball
we can
in play,
rebound with
that's how you
Carpenter,
do
even
it.
though the
Keep
wind
him
is
off
blowing
balance,
in from
get
left
him
center
out of there
today.
and deal with the next guy.
And now here is Kerry Carpenter.
Through 92. Might take us an inning or two to kind of get back into the swing of things. I'm telling you, if I don't play this game every day, it feels like I just have to relearn it all over again. Hard hit to center. Wind is surely going to knock that thing down. Not sure Carpenter got all of it anyway, and there's 2 away.
Looks like a check of the Tigers lineup. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that,
oh yeah,
your own pitching
that'll
staff,
generally
gives them
do it.
more margin for error. So instead of pitchers
2 away on
squeezing
6
the ball, trying to throw
pitches.
darts
See if
and be
Riley Green
perfect,
can have a
they
longer
can
at
relax,
bat
let
here
the ball
against
come out of
Singer.
their hands and
Problem
pitch
is,
effectively. So that
at least to
offense
get
and
to
the
2
ability to score
strikes,
runs
he's getting there
also
in
helps
2
the pitching
pitches.
and the defense.
Right through there for a
Just
strike.
powering in.
Count,
Slider,
pitches on the
sinker,
inside
down
part
and
of the
in.
plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good
There you
time
go.
for something off speed away.
2 out spaces.
Be a little
empty.
outside conscious at the moment. Right back up the middle. There it is.
Through for a base hit.
So both teams with 2 out hits. Riley Green and Ellie De La Cruz getting on. See if Torque can't drive him in.
Out. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Second in the American League in home runs.
Well,
Oh, great stop.
backhanded play. De La
Over
Cruz. He's going to
and
throw
that's
out
a nice play
Torkelson.
to end the inning.
I was going to say, not like it mattered all that much there on that, but if anybody's going to be hurting with that wind here today, it's going to be the right-handers trying to pull the ball, and Torque is certainly one of those.
Back here in Detroit, now batting Jamer.
Well, former Tiger, Jamer Candelario,
Candelario.
batting 5th, will lead off the second inning.
Montero back to work. Swings through that one.
Former Tiger and former Cub, for what it's worth. Wow, did he ever play for the... I think he did play for the
Darryl
Cubs very
Parker
briefly.
assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the
Loud
plate more than the other.
contact
Sometimes you get
yet
a little
again
extra the plate, and sometimes
off
you
Montero.
won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
That one's
this ball
trouble.
is well hit.
Wenzel
This one's got
Perez
a
going
chance.
back at the wall. It is gone. Jamer Candelario makes it 1-0. Interesting to see, or interested to see where this fastball went from Keter Montero.
Really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
If only he did that when he played for
Really
Detroit.
getting his arms extended,
Yeah, he did a
and
little
that's
bit, but-
exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch at that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over. Stays through
Outer
the
edge
ball,
of the plate,
gets
left
the
it up a
walk,
little bit.
Gets the home run.
Good job to pull that ball there
Now
from
it's going
Jamer.
to be T.J. Friedel. And that's outside. Ball 1.
Always exciting.
Well,
to
this
see a
is
leadoff
why
run in
we
an inning.
kinda
Gotta
went
get
with
the
our
offense
weaker
fired up,
lineup
and you
here
start to
today.
expect a big inning.
Next one is off the plate. Yeah, that's ball
Keter
2.
has had a
Montero
few good starts,
maybe a
but
little
not
less
many
aggressive
this
on the
year.
mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it
So
seems
if
that way.
anything,
You know,
it felt
pitchers, they can come
more
out,
so
feel
a good
but
chance
then all of
to
a sudden
give
get
some of
touched
our
up a
main
little bit,
guys a day
and
off.
They start trying to throw instead of pitch.
Not
They're
to totally
trusting their staff.
sacrifice, any
Nobody
chance we
on,
have to win
nobody
here
out
today,
with a
but
run in. You're in
knowing
game
that it's
1
not a
of this
very strong
3-game set.
possibility.
Well, he's
There's a
been
good
for the
slider
most
to make it
part.
3-2,
Is
though.
it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you
Ooh.
come in and you're not as focused.
chase
I
of
kinda do
ball
what it takes to
4
get you
there
on
for
track, and
Friedel.
You have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants
Oh,
the
boy.
rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Yeah. No idea where to go. We don't control the sinker well.
Knocks that one away. And
Well
we'll do it
enough
again.
there, but Friedel fouled it away anyway. That one to
field.
left. Carpenter there.
And out number 1 on the grab.
Big first out, but it took a lot of pitches out of Montero.
Now it's the right fielder.
Pitch count,
Benson.
won't say is too friendly.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
I have to rely on the fastball. It's about the only thing we can control.
And that is out of play.
Despite what Candelario did with it. It's honestly probably one of the best pitches that Montero has thrown, and yet fouled off.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Just doesn't have swing and miss stuff, unfortunately.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. In the dirt. Now 1 and 2.
Ooh, what paint, though.
I'm not saying
A strikeout for Keter Montero. Right on the corner.
Patient with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Slight redemption.
In now for the Reds.
Here's Encarnacion.
Encarnacion Strand. They say you win.
Check swing, went around.
0-1.
Yes, Encarnacion Strand. I always forget. His name doesn't fit in the game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Peter's got it going against the right-handers, I guess. Got it. Wow.
That's the 3rd out.
Beautifully thrown at bat there from Montero.
But they're off to a good
Jamer
start.
Candelario will go deep. Good fastball, outer edge. Jamer pulled it anyway. Just over the right field wall. Crazy extension there for Jamer.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate.
Well, let's see if Gleyber Torres can get this game back to even. Or at least get us on the right track.
Ball
Oh.
1, no strikes.
All right. Decent career numbers for Torres against Singer.
And that drops in for a strike.
Elevated
Changeup
changeup.
to hit
Oh, boy.
up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Ground
On the
ball,
ground to the
foul.
left, and that's
That is
just
2
foul.
elevated breaking balls in this at-bat from Brady Singer. Certainly a choice. Wow.
Down on strikes he goes, and quickly 1 away in the second.
Coulda.
Up now for the Tigers.
I thought that was going low so badly, man. Come on.
Foul ball there.
Now, I guess he doesn't have anything that's going to break straight down like that, so we got to remember that. Ground ball snagged by Singer.
On to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Cole Keith took some off of that pitch.
The catcher, Jake
And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability
Here's
to block,
Rogers.
catch and throw. He is at the top of the game. That's a strike thanks to the
Pumping
sweeper.
in
Really good
strikes.
athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the
He's having on a
trajectory,
10-pitch
and get
average
into a
per
spot
inning,
where
but
he
that's
can
not
block
very
those
good.
balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Wow.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because...
Oh, that's a strikeout.
Brady
And
Singer's
that'll
got it
do for the
going.
inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit.
Peter Montero back to the mound, trying to keep
1-0.
this at 1-0.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough
Oh,
series
good.
offensively.
Oh, wait, no, I was
And
looking at
look those
OPS.
numbers.
Struggling offense last series for the Reds, to say the least. 147 average. Tough. Spencer Steer.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. That's
Oy.
a little bit low.
Oh, man, the one thing we cannot do with Keeter is fall behind.
And that's off the inside
One
edge.
thing we can't do with Keeter Montero is, excuse me, fall behind.
And there's the automatic. That one
What the
misses.
fuck
So
was
a
that?
leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it.
Oh,
Now he has
God.
somebody to worry about over at first.
Fraley, the
Oh,
next to hit,
shoot
takes
me.
ball 1. Double play ball to second.
I don't know how we're going to get away with that.
How about that double play?
107 off the bat of Jake Fraley.
Far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jesus, God.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Matt McClain. He's over
Well, all of a
1.
sudden, 2 outs.
Swing and a miss.
I don't know what the Reds are looking at here today. Matt McClain.
On the ground to third.
Off the bag again!
And that keeps the inning
First
alive.
3 innings, the Reds have 2 two-out hits off the first base bag.
Pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for
What?
a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And
now
here's
they've
the
got
guy
some
that
speed
had
on
the first
so
one.
We'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Ellie De La Cruz.
Kind of surprised that Montero able to blow only a 94-mile-an-hour fastball by Ellie.
The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
And he really
Well,
sells the
maybe.
changeup with that arm action.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
The 0-2 again.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Oh, gonna have to try him throwing something
McClain
else.
leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Uh-oh.
There's a swing and a
No,
drive.
it's foul.
And that is a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
Got him to take a sinker.
The inning is over.
Couldn't tell you
So
how.
left for Cincinnati, but they still lead
Well,
it
the
1-0.
Reds have 3 hits. 1 has left the yard, and 2 have gone off the third base bag.
Back here at the ball.
That's where we're at.
Check out the latest news from around the league.
Impressive stuff for the Tigers there. Scuba leading the American League in strikeouts. Probably all of the majors, and Carpenter, we know, leads all of the majors in home runs. 8-9-1 for Detroit. Might just need Wenzel Perez today.
That one
Oh.
off the mark, and that's ball 1. Perez.
Well, a spot
with
we
some
haven't been
nice
in very
production
often.
his
1-0.
last game, 4 runs batted in. And that's through there for
And
a
then
strike.
just the backdoor
And now
sweeper.
it's
Why
even
not?
1-1.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs
We
it
chased that
most.
one. Sure did. Just like that, 1 and 2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
That hit.
Get hit, apparently.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Wenzel Perez,
And next up for
only
the
the
Tigers,
second Tigers base runner.
good defender. He's been
Here's Trey
inconsistent
Sweeney.
offensively. Pitch
That's
misses
well inside.
and it's 1-0. And that one fouled off.
Foul. I really thought that ball was going to stay in play at the very least. Went with the sweeper.
Check swing called strike. Yeah, the
That's
count,
unfortunate.
1-2.
I actually feel like we had that
May
somewhat
see some
timed up.
movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one
Line
ripped right
drive.
field. Oh, it
And
dropped.
that gets down for a base
And
hit.
Wenzel's going to get...
They get the force
Yep.
for out number 1.
I thought for sure that thing was hit too hard.
Wow, this is one of those plays. that
And when you
happens
get the base
sometimes.
runner in
Never
between
really
two
sure.
different
Seems like you
places,
just
you're
got a bad
screwed.
read on the ball, and The good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
And next to hit for Detroit, Parker.
Throw wasn't even all that quick.
3-pitch strikeout last
And yet,
time up.
Wenzel
Gotta
just couldn't
put up
get
more
back.
of a fight in this one.
There's the strike.
Well, it was a
And at
3-pitch
first, one
strikeout
away.
for Parker Meadows, but it started off very similarly to that.
That's down and
At least in terms of a first pitch strike. It was a sweeper. It started the day off.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball,
Right.
2 strikes.
I don't think we went around on that, but okay.
Cut out and missed. Struck him out.
Meadows 0
He's
for
notched
2 now.
4 strikeouts now.
With the 2
Kerry
Ks.
Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
I don't know if it's me not playing in a couple days or Singer just being a little bit unorthodox, but he's all over the place. High in the air to right field. Has Carpenter hit one out? Yes, he has. 33.
That'll fire up the dugout, and they grab the lead. It's
2-1
He
Tigers.
only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Well, we take that.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really
Home
square
run
with his mechanics.
leader
Fly open with
in the
the
major
front
leagues.
foot.
Kerry
There's no way you
Carpenter
keep that
gives
ball
the
fair.
Tigers the lead,
Outstanding job
at
mechanically.
least,
He deserves
for the
that home
moment.
run.
2 outs, nobody on.
Here's Riley,
And now
1
the
for
DH,
1.
Riley Greene. That one fouled off.
Only the second Tigers hit, the first, of course, belonging to Greene. Why is there an alarm going off? Goddamn business phone. It's random alarms. That one left
And that
center,
one
smacked by Riley Greene. That one is deep. It is down, up, and over the wall.
Fence for an automatic double.
Well, Ellie De La Cruz hit double number 23 earlier in this game. Riley Greene hits number 21.
Who's in the second base? Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
So, runner at second.
Well, 2-out RBI opportunity for Torque.
Now for the Tigers.
Base hit, all that's
He's 0 for
required.
1. And there's a foul ball.
Really thought we had that. Honestly, if we barrel that thing up, it's probably the same result as Torque's first at-bat. And a dive and by!
Finds its way
But
through.
a little bit too shallow for Greene to score.
90 feet away with 2 out.
Well, we'll put the trust in Glaber as the Tigers' offense has come alive here in the third.
And sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners.
Extra
Now
run
it's the
would be
second
very,
baseman,
very
Gleyber
nice.
Torres.
And a little blooper. I don't think it's getting down. No, it isn't. Carried a little bit too much. But the Tigers do take the lead on a 2-run Kerry Carpenter home
This
run.
is now a 2-1 ball game.
Not sure if that was the sweeper or the slider, but Carpenter met it out in front, and out it went.
Welcome back.
Both home runs in this game, not exactly moonshots.
So far this year.
Peter Montero, not a great representative of the Tigers pitching staff for those numbers, but all right.
We about to go. What's about to happen, girl? You already know. Taking control. We can take this right, go faster or slow.
4, 5, and 6 for the Reds.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the offense
And all
has
of a
gotten
sudden,
going,
Montero
and
with a
pitcher
lead.
wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And a base
Sharp
hit.
grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Right side of the infield, didn't even have a chance at it.
Single.
Smash that one.
Not
through the infield
ideal.
for the knock. When it's hit
Not
that hard,
ideal.
It makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Jamer Candelario will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, maybe pitch Jamer a little bit differently this time.
That one
There you
finds
go.
the zone. And the count is 0-2.
Wow, he hit that. Torres on the second one. Sweeney back to first, not in time.
At first, it's a fielder's choice.
Deceptive slider right there.
Close play, but ball was hit just a little bit too slowly. At least we did get the lead runner.
TJ Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds.
Now it'll be
Left his
Friedel.
first time. Just missed.
Slow.
Friedel in his 4th year, 29 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games.
Okay.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Runner on the go.
Hit and run attempt. He'll be out at second base.
Tag, and they got him.
Not a fast runner on the
Bold
base
call.
pass, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run call from
Jake
the dugout.
Rogers
Gotta make contact some way or
with a good
somehow,
throw.
because
I
that
don't know
guy's not gonna be
why
able to steal second
they had
base if he's
Candelario on the move. I mean, hit and run, yes, but if it goes wrong, there's your results.
Next offering misses.
Make it full.
And it's a full count.
really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
There is nothing that Montero has that can get swings and misses.
Swing
Deep
and a
to
high fly
left,
ball
but
in
it'll
the air
stay
left
in
field.
the ballpark. Carpenter there.
And he makes the catch. And that's the
Through
third out.
4. Tigers 2, Reds 1. Peter Montero, outside of the home run to Candelario, not so bad.
Bottom 4. Now the third baseman, Colton Keith.
The third baseman.
Yeah, let's see if the Tigers can build on that momentum from the third.
Up the middle.
Well,
and that one handled.
what's
Crosses
it
the
like to
first.
have a real
One out
infield?
in the bottom of the 4th.
The catcher, number 34.
You see why? Because those are the types of balls that
Now
tend
the
to beat
catcher
Trey
up to
Sweeney
hit, Jake
and Gleyber
Rogers.
Torres in our middle infield. Ay. That's a Colt Keith hit right there. Sinker right down the middle, and he just
Fastball for
could
a
not
strike.
get it.
And it's 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It
Can't do
helps
anything
when
with it.
80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Yeah, that's
Sliders
fouled
fooled
off.
me.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Amount of strikes Brady's throwing. I feel like I sit back on just about everything and foul it off.
Check
Ooh.
swing, and he held up.
Oh, this guy's
No
gonna
idea
have to
how I
slow
held up.
things down. There's no reason for him to even check swing on that pitch. Was never even close.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a count now.
Probably should be
even up.
strike three.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire.
Couple odd
Out
calls
there on
in
the
this
mound,
game, not too
maybe
many.
Trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Base is empty.
You hate when it
We're
happens
here
to
at the
you,
bottom of the
but
fourth.
when you do it, foul off a bunch of pitches, it's great.
Swing and a miss. Struck
Man, I
him
felt like we
out.
were on that.
Now 5 strikeouts for him on the
A
mound.
strikeout for
And
Brady
the
Singer.
Eagles
Tigers,
On the way back to the
bad
dugout.
striking out
Got a pitch to
way
hit.
too much
Just
lately.
couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
We did time that up well with Jake. How about a bullet single for Wenzel Perez?
So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
One of those elevated sliders. He's also done that with a changeup, just up in the zone for no real reason.
Saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's
Finally
trying to
squared
do at
one of
this
those
point
things
is help
up,
his
and
team
now it's
win.
Trey.
Runner at first with 2 away.
Wenzel not
And
a
up
base
next for
stealer,
Detroit,
has some
Trey
decent
Sweeney.
speed. Trey
And that
Sweeney
one is
high into
lifted in
center
the air.
field, but he'll
Friedel
stay in the
settles
park
under. He
easily.
makes the grab. And
Trey
that'll
Sweeney
do
with
it.
no
So
pop
one
unless
hit
it's
is
a
all
dead
they get.
pole.
On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the
To the
Tigers
5th.
2 and the Reds 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up
Yeah,
to this point.
call it a pitcher's duel, I suppose. Low scoring, but not really all that great on either side. 7, 8, and 9 against Montero.
Back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery.
Decent
like this.
speed from Benson.
And a quick out number 1.
The first baseman, number 33,
And a quick out.
And here's the first
It's important
baseman,
too.
Christian
Only strikeout victim for Montero today. It's Encarnacion Strand.
And that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. The Reds down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one misses, and it's 2-1.
Man, they have taken some really close pitches today.
Fouled off down the right side.
I think we're seeing why
Try to go again with
the Reds'
fastball,
offense in their last
slightly
series had
elevated.
just
He
as
had a
bad
hard
of
time
numbers as
catching
they
up.
did.
And a swing and a miss.
That'll make it 2 strikeouts for Keeter.
Strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He came out
4.
of his mechanics there.
Oh, yeah, right. We
Typically
did have
likes to
3.
shoot the ball the other way. But this time,
Forget everything I said at the start of the at-bat. Chalk it up to the plague that I've got. Affecting the
And
brain,
now,
too.
Spencer Steer. He reached out a walk his first
Spencer
time.
Steer.
Ground
And a
ball
cold
left
key.
side.
Drawing to
In
first.
plenty of
1,
time
2,
to
3
first,
inning
and
for
it's a
Montero.
1-2-3 inning.
I'd be
Nothing to
willing
it for
to
the
say
Outcomes that time.
5
Last
strong.
half of the 5th coming up. It's the Tigers 2. and the
1 home
Reds
run.
1.
A wall scraper to right field. Other than that, Reds have been held in check.
And we're back.
Leading
John
up
Shelby with
for
my
the
buddy
Tigers,
Chris Singleton.
the
And
center
set to
fielder,
get us started.
Parker
Bottom 5. Parker Meadows.
Top of the order. Parker Meadows looking to avoid the hat trick against Brady Singer.
Missed with a changeup. 1-0.
Now that OPS does not qualify, of course, for leaders, but ever so slightly, I suppose, right now over Carpenter. Meadows does lead the team
Strike
in
1.
OPS.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
He's tried that slider time and time again today. Up and in. Maybe I should start doing that.
Next
3-1.
offering is down low.
I'd say it's a fairly solid game. By no means the best that they've ever released, but fairly solid.
Sliced hard but foul.
Not sure why we even really bothered going after that. Parker Meadows more of a pull hitter. And, I mean, Brady Singer has not used that fastball much today at all.
That one
Ball
misses.
4 anyway.
So a leadoff walk.
Put some speed on base, and Meadows is a guy that I would definitely consider putting in motion with nobody away here. Singer's velo just doesn't have what it takes to get him out. On the move, there he goes. Oh, we might be in some trouble here. Oh, yeah.
And they got him.
What a dot from Stevenson. What a tag from De La Cruz.
runner on with the walk, which is great, but then picks a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to try to get in the scoring
Ball
position,
1 to
but
Carpenter,
you just
though.
have to be a little smarter there.
Sinker tailed away from us, 1-1. Well, all sinkers so far to Carpenter, but all well-located ones.
Misses
Ooh.
inside.
Ball 2.
And that's ball 2.
Thought about it.
Slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Good job to fight that one off.
Fastball up and in. Only 91 there from Singer, though. Does not have a lot on that pitch.
Here's a 2-2. And
Ooh.
down on strikes.
Right at the
And
knees.
that's
I could have
6
sworn it
Ks
was
for
going
him in
low.
this one. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs to start.
Now batting,
Yeah, he's been
the
very
designated
frugal
hitter,
today, economical with the pitch count.
Green.
It's a game that, as it plays out, just terrifies you, knowing what we've gone through with our bullpen as of late.
Here's Riley Greene.
Tell you who's having a great day, though. Riley Greene, 2 for 2.
And first offering is fouled
Pitch
off.
we got to hit.
Ripped
Riley
out of line.
Greene, line out to
Brings
center
it in for
field.
the third out.
Right at Friedel.
To make any noise,
Unfortunate.
as they're unable to add to their 2-1
So this
lead.
is the top of the order,
We go to
so
the top half
bullpen
of inning
action
number 6.
to
Now
warm
here's
up.
the Reds'
And
leadoff man,
the guys
Jake
that we
Fraley.
usually say are reliable, a little bit burnt out right now. So this is not a great day. Not a great day to be me. Jake Fraley.
And that's in for a strike. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health
Oh.
of that bullpen for him to go back
Well, a
out there.
bloop
But he's
for
taking
Jake
this one for the
Fraley. He's
team.
got some pretty
Perhaps
good
he can
speed as
stabilize
well.
things
Not
and the
great,
offense can
but
score some runs for him.
good enough.
Well, that was an important at bat
And
in
a
this
leadoff
game, so
single,
great
and
job there,
De La
stepping up to the
Cruz
challenge.
is
When you
due
flare
up
a ball
this
out behind
inning.
second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to,
Counts
and
1-0.
you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Now 2-0.
This is down and away.
2-0.
As soon as Montero had gotten that confidence, away it goes. Oh, Mound Visit
Joe
brought it
is
back.
in for a strike.
Ooh,
Big swing and a miss.
2-0. 2 strikes.
no way. Oof.
And it remains 2-2.
All right, well, let's see if Keeter can blow something past him. Kind
Stays
of.
alive.
Definitely way behind it.
With the tying run on at first, and we're the top half of the
Gonna be
sixth.
bold.
Runner on the goal.
Runner on the move. It got away from Rogers. No
Blocked by
prayer.
the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
That's good.
Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout
Okay.
on the hill.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything.
Might
I just
walk
think he
De La
was flat
Cruz
out
here.
Frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. 1 for 2 with an RBI.
Right-hander
double
and
back in the
Stevenson.
first.
Followed by Candelario. Candelario's a little bit terrifying, but
Looks like they want to set
Don't
up
wanna-
the double play.
don't want to even mess with
Intentional
it.
walk will make it 1st and 2nd with 1 gone.
And because we probably could at least think about getting a double
Ready
play
to
here.
hit. And that one is in
Not
for
in
a
that
strike.
location.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Next off is
Keeter?
in for a strike. Fraley, the lead runner at second. De La Cruz at first. 1 gone.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking.
Well, here we
That's a
go.
strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Pitch misses. It's 2-2.
Time to
Lay
throw
off that
strike
pitch
4.
down.
How?
Steals that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs,
There you go. There's strike 4.
Looking with the off-speed stuff.
I don't know how any of that happened. We missed up on
runner in scoring position in 2 strikes.
4 of the
Just
4
put the
strikes,
ball
so
in
I
play
don't know.
somewhere, and you got a chance. Frustrating for him.
On
I'm
edges,
sure.
yes,
See if
but
this guy can pick him up.
man, oh
For
man.
Cincinnati, Jamer Candelario.
There's Candelario.
He's already homered in this game.
Montero a chance to get through 6.
2 on, 2 outs. Sliced hard, but foul
Oh,
down the
my.
left side. Andy 0-2.
Oh.
Just misses there.
Man,
That
man,
close.
I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
No, that's
And that one's a little bit low. Ball 2.
Popped up. Sweeney on the run. He will make the play.
And that's the 3rd out. So there's
Great work to get out of that
to the bottom
jam
of
for
the 6th
Keeter
we go.
Montero.
5-6 coming up. It's the Tigers,
Tigers
2
will
and
still
the Reds
lead
1.
2-1. Bottom of the 6th we go.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Now Torque 1 for 2. Opposite field single.
Not close with that one, and that is ball 1.
Is Taylor
Meanwhile,
Rogers the guy I
activity
really
in the
don't want to
bullpen.
see?
Taylor Rogers up and throwing for Terry Francona. Stamont warming up as well.
Thought we could have a rip. Did have a rip. Didn't work out.
That one
Ah!
missed.
There you
Good
go.
spot there, but didn't get the strike at the
Have it
knees.
right
He
back.
Doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's
Hard
strike
hit.
zone.
That
Right
one
center.
ripped right center
Torque with a
field.
drive. That's going to go all the way to the wall.
And that's going to roll to the wall.
Extra bases for
Saves at second
Torkelson.
with
He
a
will
leadoff
stop
double.
at second with a leadoff
Well,
double.
they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box.
Satisfying double
Feel
2.
real good about that one.
Yeah, now
And
Terry
even more
Francona
so
makes his way
now
out of the
because it
dugout
will
towards the
indeed
mound.
chase
He'll make a change.
Brady Singer.
Done for the night, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Now pitching for
So
the
a
Reds,
new arm out of the bullpen for the
Number
Reds,
63.
Josh Stamont.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here comes Gleyber Torres. 0 for 2 in this one.
All right, so now Glaber.
That's in
Good
there.
pitch there
It's
from
0-1.
Stamont. Fresh into this game. Any insurance we can get going to come in handy down the road the rest of this game.
Man at second. And that
Oh.
finds the mark on the outside corner.
All right.
It's 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
This to third.
About all we had. Whoa! Well, Torres is out anyway.
Strand takes it himself. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out.
Only a step or two off of first base to avoid the
He's
error.
grounded out a couple of times.
Now Colt Keith.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. One out,
Stamont,
the
a little
runner
bit
at
more of a
second. Here in the bottom
flamethrower
of the
than
6th.
Singer. Ground ball, base hit, right side. Torkelson stops at third, but
Sign goes up at
runners
third.
on the corners,
Runners at the
only one
corners
away.
with 1 out.
base hit for Colt Keith.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Jake Rogers.
And a chance
He's
for
0 2
Jake
with a pair of
Rogers.
Strikeouts. Just
that pitch is out.
missed.
Just needs one of those heaters.
That
Which
pitch
we
for
ain't
a
getting.
strike, and a count 1-1.
2 curveballs to start Jake Rogers. 3.
Squirts away a little bit. Runners stay put, and
Okay.
the count moves to 2-1. First and third, 1 down.
There.
For
Oh,
a
sinker.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less
All
than
right.
2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Really the most hittable pitch we've seen, but mid-90s sinker. Still tough. Blocked again.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight, but it's a full count now.
They'll make it full.
Runners are at the corners.
So Perez
One
due
away.
up. 4 curveballs, 2 stinkers to Jake Rogers.
Swinging
That's
a
not gonna be
high
deep
fly
enough to get the
ball
run
out
in.
towards right field.
Nope. Nope,
They
not
got it
going.
for out number 2.
If it was anybody
Now
else,
batting, right fielder,
I'd say yes, but
Up now for the Tigers.
Wenzel's 1 for 1, bet on base twice via the hit by pitch, of course, earlier. Ground ball and snag. They were holding the runner with 2 outs, and Encarnacion Strand was right there. Either that or they had the infield in. I don't know what was up with that.
Back here in Detroit, top of inning number 7. In now for the Reds, TJ Friedel.
Well, it's unfortunate for the Tigers here in this spot because we don't have a left-hander that you would say is safe to put in a situation like this.
Opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game.
Both Holton and
we'll see what he's got
Herder
looking to get the tying
pretty
run
well
on
used up.
base. Out
Ground
to
ball,
short,
Sweeney.
Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth.
If we do have to go to a closer in the 9th inning, it's going to have to be Will Vest, which we know how that's gone here in recent times.
There's the strike.
1-1.
Ground ball, a dive from Sweeney. Oh, what a play! Safe is the call.
Great hustle, and the tying run is on.
Challenge is available here in this spot.
Really close, so they want to take another look.
Yeah, this is a tough
Let's see.
decision to make, Boog, and it feels like it could go either
He is
way,
safe.
but it might be worth the challenge if there's any doubt.
Well, they've decided not
Well,
to
a great
challenge him,
attempt
and so he is safe
at a play.
first. One gone runner at first. Christian Encarnacion Strand digs in now. Runner takes off. Pitch
Throw down Rogers. No.
Save.
Stolen base,
With the
Will
go-ahead
Benson.
Run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. And a count 1-2.
Second out is huge now.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Really thought we could at least get a swing and a miss, something on
So
that.
the tying run at second. That misses the zone.
Make it 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Got him looking. Down goes Encarnacion Strand on strikes for the 3rd time.
The tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
And next is the designated hitter.
Number 9 hitter Spencer Steer.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third.
Runner going to 3rd. Got him to end the inning. Stole one. Got burned on the next one.
Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
We're back in a new pitcher.
There you go.
Start the bottom of the 7th.
Well, it is left-hander Taylor Rogers.
Big issue for him this
Due
year,
up
so
against
I expect
Sweeney.
these hitters to be patient
And
out
actually,
Well,
4 straight left-handers in the Tigers' order now.
the
All
shortstop
low.
takes the ball. Rogers, a former
Tigers will get
All-Star,
more help up in their
34-year-old
pen.
vet,
2 right-handers
and they
due up
traded for him
next.
earlier this year.
John Brebbia actually recently just got DFA'd, not before this game. So we're going to probably have one final send-off with John Brebbia. For better or worse.
And that
Fouled
one
away.
sliced foul.
Sweeney's contact actually does go up against left-handers. We've just not really shown it very well this year. Sinker, sweeper, cutter. Sounds straightforward. It's a little tough.
Strike 3, got him with the sweeper.
You got to be thinking sweeper on the outer edge, but not
And
just
here's
dotted
the
like
Tiger
that.
leadoff man, Parker Meadows.
Parker, the 0 for 2.
And a pair of strikeouts.
Ground ball and a
Swinging
base set.
ground ball up the middle. That's a
Parker
base
does it
hit.
against left-handers
So they're
again.
good now with one away.
Well, a few guys that live up to that attribute of being a left-hander that hits lefties better. Flash it back to Carpenter. We always say, you know, it's not very likely that he does what he did back in the 3rd inning against left-handed pitching, but we have done that within the last week. A home run off a left-hander.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and
Quickly 0-2.
That's a ball.
Runner on the move. Pitch out.
Throw down. Meadows up to... Or sorry, that's not... Oh, it is Parker Meadows. I forgot. For a second, I saw the steal rating over there at first base. Didn't think it was Parker.
And a runner at second.
Well, up to second base. 2-2 on carry. Just missed again. 3-2.
Should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And ball.
Whoa!
Take your base.
All right. Well,
Well,
they didn't bother with carry.
First and second, they've set up a double play
Big opportunity here in the bottom of the 7th.
First and second, 1 out. Next is the Tigers DH,
1-0.
Riley Greene.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and
Base
falling
hit
behind
scores
in the
a
count
run.
makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Sweeper just kept moving.
Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so
Good.
And by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next operator way off the plate. Runners at first and second with
Cannot end the
bottom of
inning
the 7th.
on this at-bat with Torque due up. Just can't do it.
That's
3-2.
off the mark, and the count's full.
Depending on the result, though, they might bring in a right-hander to deal with
Torkelson.
Torkelson.
Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Even with that strikeout, they might take him out and have a right-hander face Torque.
Next will be the
No.
Tiger cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like
Big
everyone
moment.
else is in slow motion.
Torkelson
and he's
against
at full
Rogers.
speed.
2 on, 2 out.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
More and more guys are
Wow.
looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on this
0-2.
approach.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Went to the cutter, caught us way out in front. Really tough at-bat here for Torque.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
79! 79 on the sweeper. Killing me. Remains 0-2.
2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains
Do it again.
0-2.
Better timing on the sinker that time. In fact, out in
He
front
wants to
of
get his
it.
arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Inside, 1 and 2. It got away.
Behind the plate.
But up the third base line, not worthy of running into it out there.
Meadows over at second. Carpenter on at first with 2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away.
We're getting closer. Pitch number 8 upcoming.
2 on, 2 outs.
Make it 2-2. He say fucking work the Glaber.
The 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10.
Inside, 3-2. I was amazed they even left Rogers out here to do this, but he's now thrown 27 pitches. Oh, that was the one.
Another payoff pitch.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here.
Oh, how did that get fouled off to the right?
Really making him work out there.
Settle down. 3-2 again.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Finally went back to that cutter.
And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move.
Oh, yeah, we could have the runners on the move the whole time. Oh!
It's a strikeout.
Slowed it down to 91 and put it at the knees. How did I foul off so many of those and then miss that?
New inning getting started. Now it's the DH. Spencer Steer.
Damn.
Steer.
Well, mistake or not, here comes Johnny Brebbia.
Taking over on the mound.
Sent down to AAA Toledo yesterday or today, maybe even. I don't know.
This next matchup
Might be his final appearance for the foreseeable future, if not ever. And it's in a big spot.
There's a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he's still
Biggest
might beat
thing
you.
for this
Not an easy
inning
out
for
by any
Brebbia
means.
is don't let Ellie hit this inning.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Have De La Cruz lead off the ninth. Oh,
And just misses
these
with that
Reds
one.
have done it all game long.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
A lot of foul balls we've had happen today. Oh, you are kidding me. Colt Keith, make a crazy throw. Yes!
Torkelson, 1 up, 1 down.
That's a huge
That ball
defensive
died
play in
off the
stages
bat of
the
Steer.
game. It might not be the most challenging
First out of the
we've seen
eighth.
today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Jake Fraley.
Fraley in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. That
There you go.
clears the inside corner for a strike.
1-1.
Oh, boy.
Swing
Left
and a
field
ball
and
within
carrying
left field.
Carpenter back to
Brings
get
it
him.
in, and there are 2 outs.
Two-way and Matt
The next
McClain.
hit for the Reds. 1 for
Chance
3.
to accomplish the mission.
Second baseman, Matt.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Now is De La Cruz, who we want leading off an inning against Will Vest? No.
Chop to
Chopper,
third.
Colt Keith,
Keith.
cuts it off.
And that'll
Bottom
do
of
it.
the 8th. Tigers will carry a lead to the 9th inning, but we've been here before with these 1-run leads. Never really end well.
Now pitching for
Emilio
Cincinnati.
Pagan on to pitch here.
Number 15.
And as relievers go,
Emilio
he's not a big
Pagan
strikeout
with
guy.
some
Tries to
ugly
force
numbers.
Weak contact, so
Here we go.
command and
For the
execution are
Tigers,
huge for
the
him.
second
To the
baseman,
bullpen.
Well,
Will
one-run
Vest.
game. Here's Gleyber Torres.
Torres.
Glaber, 0 for 3. Pagan, 3 pitches. Fastball cutter, splitter. Base hit, maybe more. Down the left field line. Torres will round first. Got a good bounce off that left field wall, but Glaber Torres, leadoff double.
Started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
His 19th got out in front of that splitter on a rare time, but that's actually what I was looking for. You see a guy with the mid to high 90s fastball and, you know, a slower cutter, but then that splitter.
Runner in scoring position, no outs.
Also,
The next to hit.
from that one there, looks like it could be an easy pitch to adjust to.
Swinging a
Cutter,
foul,
however,
that's
maybe
out of
not
play.
so much.
Well, these Tigers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These batters are
Ball
not
one.
getting fooled right now.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Man at second.
Ball, that's just out.
Flew across the country to see Colt Keith. Well, that's bold because before pregame, he wasn't guaranteed to be in the lineup. Hasn't been an everyday guy. 3-1 on him, though.
And that's ball 3.
And hey, he got a hit today.
And ball 4.
Take that, ball 4. Bring on Rake Rogers. Time to live up to that name.
So next, Jake Rogers. 0 for 3 in this one. Inside.
Off the plate, ball
And
one.
it's
I'm
1-0.
struggling.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And
Wow.
that's down and away.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count.
Wonder if the
You can't nibble,
Torres
but you
ambush
have to
spooked him.
execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
rocket from Rogers
There's one.
to a double play.
Time at first, that's a double play.
Oh, man,
What?
Smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
A double play with some crazy top spin on that thing. 110 off the bat.
And next up for the Tigers, Wenzel.
See if Wenzel at least can get us just one insurance run. Maybe more. Right field hit really well. Looks like it's dying, and it did. It is a one-run lead. Tigers have had chances to score for what feels like the last 3 innings and haven't. Well, here we go.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back. It's the
Tigers.
top of the 9th. And
It is
the
Will
pitcher on the
Vest.
mound, Will Vest.
And we all know
29
about
games.
sliders.
His ERA is ballooned to
The better runs in the
5.4.
game, I'd say spin rate's very high.
Record at
Springs
1
a
and
ton.
5.
Well, 1-run game, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Now, this guy,
Here you
player
go.
that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive
Oof.
getting around the base paths.
Of all pitchers in our pen to get squeezed, not Will.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Next pitch is downstairs.
Reds' command of this zone has been great all night.
Right through there for a strike.
De La Cruz, however, only swinging the bat.
And he grounds one to the right side. Down the line.
You
and
get
it's
De La Cruz
foul.
out, it's just the biggest confidence boost, I'll tell you that.
That's down and
Would
in.
not chase
That's a
it is
really
full.
good take.
And way too much speed to give a free pass to.
Foul
Fouled it
ball
off
left
again.
side, he'll see another.
Got him swinging! Not our best changeup, but down goes De La
Right there. I mean,
Cruz.
just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that
There
runner
you go.
potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base.
All right.
So I think everyone just a little more
Regroup.
relaxed that he didn't reach
8-pitch battle with De La Cruz.
Now here is Tyler Stevenson. And that's outside.
Just
One-run
missed.
game here at the top of the 9th. And there's the strike.
In there for strike one. A bit too hittable, I'd say.
And a count 1-2.
Now 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Started that swing so early. Let me rest, please. Oh, God. Oh.
That one away, still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter. Just
Thought we did it again.
Inside. Really think the outer half is open.
One down, base is empty.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Will.
And it gets through.
Where did that go? At least it's Tyler Stevenson on
Perfect
base.
example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper
Bring
he
on
gets into
Jamer.
a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And now, Jamer Candelario.
A home run
First run,
tonight, but a
it's
bit of an
0-1.
improbable one. Fastball, outer edge, pulled it to right. In there, strike two. Finally got one of those.
And
Oh!
one missing
They
low.
did. How? How do they keep taking those?
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-2. That sound you hear is every writer in the press box smashing the delete button on their keyboards.
Talk about flipping the script, Boog. This story was set up for a different type of finish. Now, who knows how to end?
I'm without words.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the
Absolutely
Reds.
without
0 for
words.
3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 30.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Benson, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a ground ball up the middle.
Thanks,
Lays
Trey.
out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll be safe at first. Man at first. And now Christian Encarnacion, runner on the go. Pitch misses in.
Will Vest has
Throw
lost his
save.
confidence
That's a
yet again.
stolen base.
And we don't have anybody else up. Cool. To
Smoked on
Torres.
the ground a second.
Tigers have
Handles,
done it
throws to first,
again.
And that is that.
More importantly, Will
And
Vest
some late
has done
inning
it
drama here
again.
in the ninth as this homer gives them the lead. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show.
It's not even a Will Vest problem. It's happened with Canely. It's happened with Herder. It's happened with Tyler Holton. No matter who we put in the ninth inning,
One-run game better than a comfortable
we blow it every time.
That's when he pitches his best.
We went 6 innings with Keter Montero and we're fine.
Sweeney swings through it for strike one.
It is 9-1-2 for the Tigers here, which is Sweeney, Parker Meadows, and Kerry Carpenter. Sweeney just kind of swinging a little freely, to be honest. It's probably guaranteed out anyway.
1-run game, bottom 9.
Ball.
That
That's
one missing
inside.
inside.
Wow. Slider's nasty from Alexis Diaz. Look at that.
Next
That's
offering
ball
upstairs.
Base runner of any sort before Kerry Carpenter. There's a chance.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Trey Sweeney down the right field line. It is off the wall. Sweeney up to second. Oh, yeah.
That's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets
Only double number 5 for Trey Sweeney.
that they can get this run across.
Oh, if that wall didn't shut up there. Look at how close that was.
Digging in, Parker Meadows.
Here is Meadows. Tigers with renewed hope. Meadows line drive to first base.
That swing right there, he's pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made
Giving you
a
way
solid
more of my
contact,
voice
and that's
today
all
than
you're
I really
looking
feel
for
like I
anytime you're at
should.
the plate.
He's 2 outs.
Here's
away.
Kerry
And
Carpenter.
next to hit for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone. but
You
don't
could
give
pitch
anything to
around
hit.
him.
If you walk him, not
Or
a big
intentionally
deal. You have a
walk
double
him.
play opportunity set up.
And you got Green.
Fouled off. Bottom of the ninth. Down a run and tying run on second base.
Damn it.
Swings and misses.
I wanted to hold
And
back
the
so
count is
bad.
0-2.
2 strikes.
Great elevated fastball. 0-2. Fool. Can't take that. Chopper
And that
does not get through. Throw is wild. Into the dugout. Tigers tie it on an air. TJ Friedel. Right? That who that was? Throws it into his own dugout.
to the plate is the Tigers DH.
So now with one away, Carpenter is the winning run.
Pitch
down
misses
low.
there. Ball 1. 1-0.
You would think not really much of a reason to pitch the Green. Set up a double play to get you out of this. And then face Torque instead.
In there for
Oh,
a
he
strike
doesn't
at the
deserve
bottom of the
that
zone.
call.
Getting a little
Not
bit
trying to
frustrated
pitch
with the
to
strike
us.
zone.
Maybe he is.
Winning run stands at second.
Really unfortunate call there on pitch 2. In the air, right center field. Riley Green will walk it off.
As it hops the fence.
The Tigers have blown it in the 9th inning how many times recently? And haven't been able to come back.
Bottom half of this inning, but they did because the other team
A
scored
little
that
bit
run. But
via the help of an error,
they needed for an
but we
awesome
came
walk-off
back
win.
today. Might have done it anyway. Who knows? Who cares? We win the opener.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris
Oh,
Singleton
man.
and our entire
Will
outstanding
Vest
crew here at MLB to show
lucks
I'm John
himself
Shelby.
into a
We'll
win
see you
after a
soon.
blown save. Alexis Diaz drops to 3-4. Been a while since we had a walk-off. On a day when I feel like shit, hopefully a little bit better tomorrow, because we got 2 more games left to play in this series. That'll happen on stream tomorrow.